Hello and welcome back to Fine Print for Life. If this is your first time here, I'm Monique, and on this channel we talk about things like personal finance, motivation, and other useful things that we don't really learn in school. If this is the kind of content that you are interested in, I would love to have you as a subscriber. There is a little subscription button down below, as well as a bell that will notify you every time I put out new videos. So if you click on those, you will not miss any of this content. It is now August, which means that I have a July budget recap for you, and it has been a very exciting and important month for me, so I would love to show you what happened. Let's hop over to my laptop. Hello, we are back on my laptop and we are looking at my income for the month. The income this month was pretty much as expected. I had a $235 rollover from the previous month. I got paid 5 times in July, so that was good, bringing my total to $4,145. And again, that is net pay after taxes, 401k, and all that stuff has been taken out. I had a refund of $90, which I wasn't expecting. We returned one of the video cameras that we purchased back in May or June. That brought my income to $4,470, which was $90 more than I had anticipated. My expenses were for the most part the same until we get to the other category, but I'll quickly walk you through the basics. I gave $32 less than I had planned to, and I also paid all my utility bills this month. My electric is every month. My water and waste bill were due this month, so I paid those. All my monthly subscriptions were the same. I have my phone, my Google and YouTube, and that's $20, and I'm still on Netflix. I got my money's worth this month for Netflix because sometime in mid-July, I decided that I was going to take a mental break. I spend so much time trying to be productive and get stuff done. And even though I didn't take time off work or from making YouTube channels, I just needed a moment from not thinking about what my next steps with my online business are going to be, what the next steps with this channel are going to be, what am I going to do with my life. Like, I needed just a step away from all of that and just chill. And because what's the point of life if you can't take some time to just be and chill? We have such a culture of having to be successful and productive all the time, which in a lot of ways is a good thing, but we also need to give ourselves some space and time to chill. I really got my money's worth out of Netflix. I binge watched a lot of TV shows, which was fantastic, and I gave myself until July 31st to do that, and it's August 1st now, and I'm doing great. I had Audible, which is the same. Love my Audible. Although I have to admit, I'm listening less to audiobooks now that I'm not riding the bus all the time. So I may pause it because the credits are building up. And I've actually had time to read hard copy books now, which is great. Sinking funds were $398, which is what I normally put into sinking funds. Although sometime in the middle of the month, I added a few more funds to my sinking funds, which brought the total up to $415. But I'm going to start that $415 amount next month. My home stuff, I knew that I was going to have to pay for a subscription for the security cameras that we got, and that's $106 a year. If you have any recommendations on a cheaper way to do this, I would love to know. I mean, it's already a fair price, I think, for unlimited data storage of these security cameras, but I'm totally new to this field, so if anybody has any ideas or experience, I'd love to hear about it. Grocery, I went over $3, and so we spent $503 on groceries, and that's for 2 people, but it also includes stocking up. So a lot of the food in here in this amount is like beans and rice and canned goods, things that we can keep in the event that any of us get sick and stuck in the house and need to quarantine. It's not my ideal grocery budget. I'd like to have a grocery budget of around $200 to $300 a month. We're not quite there yet. And the other challenge is that I mostly rely on my partner to go out and get the groceries. So I'm not there with a list and a price plan because I don't really drive, and I don't drive at all, actually. And he just goes and gets groceries when he's doing errands or working or something. I've also looked online and I don't necessarily find the deals to be any better. So if you have experience shopping online, would love to know if that saves you money, and if so, what are some tips and tricks that you have? Up until grocery, I feel like I did pretty okay sticking to the budget. But then we get to other and projects, and that is where I blew the budget this month. I overspent $332 in the other category, and other for me is like spending money. So if I want to dine out or take an Uber or something or buy something, that's my other category. And then the projects is anything that is art or YouTube related. I have a really good excuse for my overspending, which I will share with you on the next slide when I show you some of the things that I overspent on. I had anticipated spending $1,842, and I actually spent $2,392, which put me $550 over budget. Here is what I purchased in the other category. And my biggest expense in this category was a dinner for 3 takeout from Adriana's, which is my favorite Italian restaurant in New Haven. It's just like really rich, hearty Italian food. And I spent $137 there. There's a really good reason for that, and that's because I saved the last $667 that I needed to have the full amount to pay off my student loan when it comes due in the fall. It was a big milestone for me, and so I wanted to celebrate with dinner. And so I got dinner for myself and my roommate and my partner. And it was fun and delicious and a perfect way to celebrate. But then I was like, I want to keep celebrating. So I bought a few different things, which I don't normally buy objects. You know, usually I spend money going out to eat or on gifts or maybe tech stuff or art stuff, but I've decided to treat myself a little bit this month. I got a few books this month, and then I also had Indian food, which I haven't had since February, and I was craving, and a friend came over, and in exchange for dinner, he gave me a book called Kindred by Octavia Butler. I just got some pizza and snacks and folders, which is something I actually needed. I got that blazer I think I told you guys about a while back. But I also bought some dog supplies and treats. That could have come out of Rupert's fund. He's a very rich dog. I think he has like $600. But instead, I just decided to take that out of my own fund. I had a lot of project expenses that came up this month, and some were for my website. There was an impromptu art project I did with a friend, And I also got this super cool bendable tripod that you can put your phone on, and that has a light, which you're seeing shine onto me now. And then I bought Think Media's book, YouTube Secrets, which has been really, really good so far. So I spent $252 on kind of more business expenses, which I probably should get a whole separate account for that. But at this point, I'm just trying to learn how to make YouTube videos, and then I will figure out how to deal with the business side of that in the next few months. After all my expenses, I had anticipated having $2,538 left over to pay toward debt and other things. Because I overspent, I had $2,078 left to work with, and I was able to put aside that $667 toward my student loan savings, which I'm so excited about. And I was also able to save an additional $1,200 to use for a new laptop. And one of my biggest challenges is that I am using a very old laptop that only has Windows 10 video editor on it, and it can't handle Premiere or Rush. I really, really wanted a new laptop, but I wasn't going to go out and buy one until A, I had paid off my debt, and B, I had actually saved up the cash for it. So I am now in the market for a new laptop, and we'll be looking for a kind of gaming PC or something that will be able to handle Adobe Premiere and Rush. And eventually I want to start shooting in 4K, so I want a computer that can handle that. So I don't know if $1,200 is realistic. I think I can get something in that range, but I will be buying a laptop soon so I can bring you more exciting content and kind of spruce my videos up a bit, make some icons and things flash around. That leaves me with $211 left to spend or save. I'm probably just going to leave it be for now. There are two things now that I have saved enough money for my debt and I've saved enough for a laptop. There are two things that I want to save for. One is I want to fully fund my emergency fund, and I've calculated that $20,000 would be good for me. And I already have 1,000 of that. Stay tuned and I will share with you my progress on that. But additionally, I want to start investing in dividend stocks. So I am going to set aside some play money, like it'll be my hobby. And I'm going to start small, and I'm going to maybe spend $100 to $200 a month just getting dividend stocks. I don't even know how much I can buy, but that will be a fun project that I will be starting soon. Thanks so much for listening to my budget update. It has been great to share this with you. I hope you got something out of it. And I know I had so many questions, so I will leave them in the comments below and would love your opinion or to hear your feedback on any of those questions. And I will see you next week. Bye.